I'm Carrie Felice, Probate Department Chair at Elder Needs Law. Once you are appointed personal representative of your loved one's estate, you have 60 days to create and file an inventory of the estate assets. In cases where you know everything that your loved one owned, because maybe you're their surviving spouse or a child who was helping them manage their affairs, creating the inventory can be a fairly easy task. But in cases where you were not involved in your loved one's affairs and don't know a lot about what assets they owned, creating the inventory can sometimes be difficult and even time-consuming. There are several ways to begin to figure out what assets your loved one owned and that need to be included in the inventory. If they had a will and had done estate planning with an attorney, there's a chance that they would have included at least some of their assets by name in the will. Of course, there's no guarantee that they would have still owned those named assets at the time of their death, but it is a good place to start. Another really good place to look is in their mail. Once you've been appointed personal representative and have your letters of administration in hand, you're authorized to have your loved one's mail forwarded to your address. This will help you discover assets that might be sending a periodic statement, like bank accounts, investment accounts, and things like that. It can also help you to ascertain what creditors your loved one might have. Now, while checking the mail for statements and bills can be useful, it's always possible that your loved one may have accounts that they manage completely online. But again, once you have your letters of administration in hand, you can access their computer and their smartphone to try to figure some of those things out. For instance, if your loved one has a Chase banking app on their smartphone, but you haven't seen anything come through the mail from Chase Bank, it's still a good idea that you would want to call Chase Bank and just inquire whether your loved one had any accounts there or not. And once you have your letters of administration, the bank should have no issues dealing with you. Now, when all other avenues fail, sometimes you just have to call around to banks in close proximity to where your loved one lived and just ask them if your loved one happened to have any accounts there. Now, in addition to bank accounts, investment accounts, safe deposit boxes, and other accounts you may have to search for, you'll also need to include on the inventory all the real property that your loved one owned. Also, any non-exempt automobiles and any non-exempt personal property and household furnishings. Once you've determined all of the assets that need to be included in the probate estate, your probate attorney will draft the inventory and file it with the court. Your personal representative's fee, as well as the amount of the attorney's fees that you'll need to pay, will be calculated based on the value of the non-exempt assets listed on the inventory. If you have recently lost a loved one and need assistance with the probate of their assets, please call us today to schedule a probate consultation. We would be happy to help you through this difficult time. Thank you.